Hi, good morning, friends. Carrie from down in Texas. How are you on this Memorial Day? Hope wherever you are, you're having a splendid day so far. As we take this day to remember all of those brave, courageous patriots who've served this nation. We all wouldn't have the life we have today without those very brave individuals. And think we need to stop and remember that as we go through our day today. So I am getting ready this morning. We are under a major heat advisory here near the Houston area. Yesterday it was 92 degrees with 100% humidity, so it felt like 109, and we're not even in June yet. It is a crazy time now. My background looks a little different. If you're just joining me after a while, if you're new here, I will be in my house the remainder of the summer. It is just way too hot out in my office for my little cooler to keep up without completely burning it up. So between that and my service dog, who I need to really try to keep as calm and cool as possible throughout this terrible heat, this is going to be my backdrop. This is my dining room. And I did a video for you yesterday, as I promised, but I didn't do it right. So I have to completely redo it, and I will. I'm so sorry. I filmed it the wrong way, and then it turned, and I am not a techie at all. And all of that just is overwhelming for me. But I promise I will get it for you. Um, so let's get ready. Do you have your drink? I've got my trusty iced coffee. I'm wearing blues today. It's almost a periwinkle blue. So I'm going to use my lavender palette because I can make this periwinkle color by using that palette. So that's what I'm going to do today. And let's get going on this Memorial Day weekend. I'm not actually working today. I have an appointment out of my house this afternoon, but just want to be prepared and look good for the day. So let's get going. I have done my prep work. I have used my Fix and Glow. I have an appointment tomorrow for my shoulder, so hopefully I will be released tomorrow and I can start using my arm more. I'm using it sparingly, but I've done that. I've also done my primer. I'm using up my Cookies and Dream primer. And I did get a message from one of my viewers. Thank you so very much for another primer, because the Cookies and Dream is discontinued. I found one replacement, and then I am also using another one, this poreless putty primer, which was recommended to me. So I'm going to start to use that one as well after I finish my current um, product up. So let's get into the Tier foundation, and I am using a brush. By the way, I had a comment the other day about looking down, and I have been looking down, just so you know, because this arm has been in a sling, and so I'm trying very hard to keep this arm close to my body wall, because the sling is causing me some discomfort in my neck because of the weight of my arm. So if I'm looking down, that's the reason, and hopefully it won't be for too much longer. I've also adjusted some lighting to the best of my ability here in my house underneath my chandelier. And of course, I do not mind any sort of constructive criticism. By all means, that is what we are here for. Um, but that is the reason for the looking down at this point, because I am right-handed. And so for me, that's kind of how I have to do it for right now. Hopefully, though, I will be able to start using my arm tomorrow once I get back to my surgeon and he gives me the all okay. to come out of my flame. But in the meantime, we are going to do the best that we can here. You know, I have said to you guys on numerous occasions that I do not mind constructive criticism when the criticism is done in a way that is positive and it's constructive. It's not belittling or offensive. And I got this really nice comments from one of my community members, and I appreciate it. She did it in a way that was extremely constructive, and I appreciate that. And the reason I just kind of want to, that looks pretty nice. The reason I'm so passionate about this, because, you know, we have so much, all of us are struggling so much right now, right? Well, not all of us. I shouldn't lump everybody into that. So many of us are struggling right now with so many different things in our life, from our jobs to family stresses to financial stresses to there's just a lot happening in the world. And I just feel like if we approach things from a point of kindness instead of combativeness or aggression, we're going to be able to resolve things better. And if you follow me at all, you know that my background is my dad's a retired professional golfer. And I grew up on the PGA Tour, my brothers and I. We moved to this great country for the PGA Tour because my dad is a pro golfer. And the PGA Tour suffered a tragic, tragic loss this weekend. Very young golfer with so much to look forward to in his life and career took his own life. And it's incredibly sad. Somebody with so much promise and so much to look forward to was dealing with such terrible struggles. And I feel so badly for his family. And it just brings back to my point that his family has asked that we be kind to each other. And that's all I want. Be kind. You don't have to be aggressive or combative or rude, uncaring when you want to make a comment in anything. Just not talking about social media, I'm just in general. And when something like this happens, it just really, really brings back me to that point where, you know, did it again. Life is just way, way too short to be mean and cruel and hurtful to each other. But you never know what that other person that you potentially are saying things about or to, you don't know what they're going through. They could be going through the worst days of their life, right? And so it doesn't take any effort to be nice. It just doesn't. It just takes um, a moment to consider what you're going to say and then say it in a more constructive way. I got that one a little dark over there, but we'll see. I'll blend it if I did. That was my e.l.f. 4-color contour palette. Let's all be kind to each other. All right, let's get this blended. I did get a little dark here. I'm just going to blend that out with my powder. This is my Laura Mercier loose setting powder that I'm using. And I am just setting all of that wet product My mother always said too, you can get so much more. What did she say? She said you could, trying to think exactly what she said. You could get so much further and achieve so much more with kindness. I can't remember exactly what she said. I was trying to remember her exact words, but I can't. But basically it was always be kind. You can get so much better. You can get better results with whatever it is you're looking for if you do it from a place of kindness and compassion than a place of demand or aggression. And she was so right. Okay, we got all of that on. We got our brows done today. And we're going to use this palette again. This is this beautiful Color Pop Amethyst palette. And we're going to concentrate today on this color and this color. This is the color that we're going to use to outline, and then this is the color that we're going to use everywhere else. And I'm going to add this, I'm going to use my spit, if you will. That's why you shouldn't share brushes, by the way. And we're going to pick up that periwinkle color. And that's the first one we're going to use today. And we are going to blend this in a minute. We're going to start down on the bottom. And we're going to outline the eye. As close to your waterline as you can. And on this bottom side, you are going to get fallout. That's okay. Okay. So we've got this on, right? And it does look purple, but we're going to turn it into a really pretty blue color. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up that very light color. And we're going to dust that everywhere. Up top. On our lid. In the corner. And in here, so we don't have any shadowing. I don't want any shadowing right here. So we're going to use that in the tear duct area right here as well. And we're just going to add that here. And up underneath the brow. Now we're going to use a transition color. And so in the palette, there is this sort of a, it's not a nudie palette, but I guess it is. It looks almost sort of gray, actually. We're going to load a little bit of that on our brush, and we're going to come up right in here in our transitional area. Not a lot, just enough to create a break right here. And I am going to get a better brush to blend that. I need a really fluffy brush to blend that. So we're going to come in and we're going to blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, beautiful. That looks really nice. Now I'm going to come in, I'm going to pick up that fallout that is under the eye, and I am using my Perfect Pink Pack. This is a pink setting powder. I got it from Amazon. It was not expensive. It's like $7 or $8, I think. and it is a pink powder. So we are going to come underneath here like this. I'm going to sweep that away. Sweep all of that fallout away. In the process, we are also we are putting some extra brightness under the eye right here. And right here. Okay. Now I do want to see if I have a small brush. I do. I'm going to take a small, fluffier brush, and we're going to make this periwinkle look like it's a blue. So we're going to dip into that lighter powder blue. I'm going to dip into this lighter color, and we're just going to blend the color that we've got by our water lines. Very pretty. That looks really nice. Okay. Now let's grab some blush. And today, of course, I'm using my favorite blush of all time. You guys know how much I love my What a Brat. This is Fenty, F-E-N-T-Y, Fenty What a Brat. And we're just adding it right here to the apples of our cheeks. And I'm not liking the way this is really dark here. So I'm going to pick up my powder. This is my Fenty not my powder. This is a Fenty foundation that you can use as a powder. And I'm just going to try to blend this darkness. I am not liking that darkness at all. Sort of like a bruise, and I don't like that look at all. I'm going to try to blend it out if I can. May not be able to, but we're going to give it a go. And then we're going to come in here and put this powder right under that. Okay, that's better, but I'm still not really liking that. So I'm going to add some more pink out here. Okay, adding some pink. It got way too dark with my contour, and that is why I struggle with contours, because when you get them too dark, it's hard to blend them out, but I think that looks okay. I am going to dust it with, I'm going to dust some loose powder over it as well. See if it blends out a little better.
What?
I'm filming. Okay, here's my powder. Here's my powder. All right, let's see. Just gonna do a light dusting everywhere under the eye. on the cheek. This is pink, so the pink definitely is going to neutralize some of that darkness. Just in an attempt to blend a little better. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So now we have, what do we have left to do? We've got mascara and lipstick. And today I'm going to use a pink shimmer. And I haven't used it in a while, so I can't remember the name, so I'm going to get it out before I mingle it. Let's see. Nope, not that one. It is this one. And this is a Tarte product. It's called, can't even read that. It is a Tarte product in pink shimmer glass. And so let's get this added here. It's a light shimmer pink that's got some iridescence to it, which is my favorite type of lipstick for sure. Okay, let's get out a curling brush. And let's grab a drink. I hope if you're watching this video now, you are getting the day off. I am taking the day off. I normally don't. I normally work today to get caught up in my insurance agency business, but it has been so incredibly busy with the storms, the two major storms that literally closed down my office because it blew up my cable, to the storms that knocked out our electricity for 3 days. It's been so incredibly busy that I just decided I really needed today to decompress and relax. So I decided it was time to take this Memorial Day off, catch up on some things personally that I need to catch up on, and just take the day and try to do what I tell everybody to do and decompress. Um, we don't, as a society, we don't do that enough. We don't decompress. We think that our sleep is enough. It's not. You got to have days where you just stay at home and decompress, sit on the couch, watch popcorn, um, just be together and do nothing. Your body, we live in such a crazy, busy, on the go society that we really forget to do that. And we need to do that. We need to take the day when you can to decompress and just let your emotional and your physical being recuperate. So that's what I am doing today. I have some things to catch up on personally. And so that's what I'm going to do. Coming in and making myself ready for the day, though, always makes me feel better. I do have an appointment to go to later, and I do, of course, always want to look put together. For me, it just makes me feel better. It just makes me feel like I'm starting my day in the right direction. so I can be positive for whatever comes my way today. Maybe nothing, and that's okay too. But I still want to be prepared and I still want to look presentable. My beautiful mother instilled that in me. If you're going to the grocery store, you better be going to the grocery store with your hair done and at least a little bit of makeup, some lipstick, just to make yourself look presentable. And of course, my mother never, I mean, she was never out of the house unless she was put together. I don't care where she was going. Unless she was going to the hospital for something, she was always put together. You can ask my family about that. And my kids and my brother's kids, you can say to them, you know, what do you remember the most about Nana besides just the amazing person she was and how much she loved them? Was, oh, Nana always looked so great. She was the epitome of that generation where you would have never found her in a restaurant. Never. Never happened. In a pair of shorts or an unpressed shirt. Just never would. It just wouldn't happen. It was just not who she was and how she lived her life. She was always put together. Always put together. I haven't done a grief video in a while to give you guys an update. I'm managing, but holidays are hard because holidays generally are with family, and when there's one missing, it's just hard. Never gets easier. Time, in my opinion, is not my friend because as the time ticks by, just brings home every day how much I miss her more every day. But I'm really trying to do and honor the things that she asked me to do. I'm not going to let her down. I refuse. She never let me down, and I'm not going to let her down because I know she's still watching me. I know she is. And she's also one of my biggest driving forces too. All right, so we're coming in and now we're doing the lower lash line. When I use my mascara, I try to rotate my mascara. I try to have 3 products available so I can rotate them. So I get a little bit of longevity out of all of them, so I don't have to buy them so often. And for me, that works. You know, everything has gotten so ridiculously expensive that, you know, you got to find ways to offset expenses. So giving myself some extra time with each one means that I don't have to buy it so often. And that's a good thing because makeup is not inexpensive, but there are remarkable brands that are on the market now that are really making huge efforts and strides to make makeup available to everyone of every economic availability. And that's a remarkable thing. And so it should be. Everyone should have the ability to be able to purchase good, sound, effective makeup products at any level, whatever the level is that they use, or however many products that they need. Obviously, I have a pretty substantial collection, and but not everybody needs that, and I understand that. So it's really nice that there's brands on the market that help me with my purchasing and help you with your purchasing depending on what you're looking for. Elf, Maybelline, L'Oreal. There's a few others at the local store, drugstores, that are really, really great brands that help all of us save some money. So that's it for this Memorial Day. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful Memorial Day. Take the day and decompress. Get ready for your next work day tomorrow. I hope the remaining 4 days are very, very productive. This channel, thank you for all of you who are community members. If you are new and haven't joined, please consider. We'd love to have you here. This is a place for exchanging ideas and talking about just the day-to-day challenges while we get ourselves together. We talk about other things too besides just makeup, and it's just a channel to come and express questions, ask for specific things, techniques, whatever it is. And it's a way for me to give back to this incredible life that I've had, that I'm so blessed to have so many things in my life. My youngest son was home at the weekend and bought me this most beautiful orchid that is on my desk, and just reminds me of him as I work through the day. We also want to remind you that your age is just a number. I just had the number turn over, and it shouldn't influence or stop you from doing anything. Be anything. Dream big. Dream as big as you can. Dream for the sky. The sky is not the limit. The moon, the stars. And then put your game plan in action and don't let anybody stop you. We don't want to end our lives with regret, right? And having a game plan with faith, love, hard work, and dedication, I believe we can get there. Believe in yourself. This right here is a powerful tool. Be your biggest supporter and believe in your goals and go get them. And don't let anybody stop you. This is Carrie from down in Houston. If you're here in the Houston area, please pay attention to the weather. It is extremely hot. We're under a heat advisory. If you're an asthmatic, please be careful. We don't have a good air quality right now. It is dangerous. So please check your local weather reports. Make sure you always carry extra water with you in these times of this heat, because you just never know. Be safe. Have a remarkable Memorial Day, and we will see you tomorrow. God bless everybody. Have a great day. This is Carrie from down in Texas. Take care.